Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Here we are. An interesting 2 weeks ahead. I'm about to go to Ireland tomorrow for the eclipse and for the new moon, fire horse, solar eclipse. That's a big mouthful, right? How are you feeling? What are you feeling? It's an interesting 2 weeks ahead, so I want you to take a deep breath. We're going to play tuning forks today, and we're playing the 528 on the 528. So this is pure love coming through because, we've got a big conjunction coming up. This is the new earth energy. So we thought we'd play you this energy that I connect to personally when that limitlessness to the new earth comes in. So take a deep breath and then we'll get going, okay? So how was that? It's a bit like the calm before the storm. I know there's some crazy things going on out there in the world, but here in Dragon's Eye Hub, we can feel the third eye really getting to work. We can feel the heart, the limitlessness, feeling a bit unplugged as the reset is going on. And I've already put it on dragon'seyehub.com in the blog section of all the write-up of this session that we're doing today, because there's a real lot. So we've got a lot of crystals at play, we've got a cosmic rainbow dragon at play as this reset goes on, and at the same time many are releasing the final skin as the snake energy is moving into that fire horse energy. And we are moving towards the axis of the rainbow dragon. So what does that even mean? We're going to show you, which is what I work with many of my clients, it's a body map. And this is the inner solar system. And you can see there's a line that goes from Saturn through Pluto of the throat to Neptune. And this is what's at play at the moment. And the rainbow dragon is on the axis here. This is the great conjunction. And then the sun and the moon that create this eclipse with the north node are playing in the core of the body. So there is a lot going on right now. And we thought we'd show you that so you can really visualize, what is going on here. There's a big wave of love coming in on the 20th of February when Saturn and Neptune are conjunct. But first of all, we're going to talk about the solar eclipse. Now, the solar eclipse, we did the chart, and this is what it looks like here. And you can see this is the eclipse, and then this is a line of remembrance, and this is the angelic line. This is what's called in the cosmic world that I've channeled. This is a golden ratio chart, which shows you two aspects, two frequencies that you can play that will enable what's going on. So number one, this energy is a ring of fire eclipse, which means that it's not a total solar eclipse. So you'll see a ring of the sun all the way around it where all the different objects are. And right now, when it happens, which would be the 17th of February, sorry, there's a lot coming through me, trigonic quartz. This is what this beautiful eclipse is working with in our beautiful planet. Trigonic quartz. Can you see it? This is an amazing crystal, bringing in soul codes, helping us remember, and this is what this energy is working with. It's very heart-centered because Neptune's at play, just 3 days later. And we've also, the day after that, got a dimensional eclipse working with the new Earth. So there is a lot going on. So I have written it down and I'm going to read it out to you as I normally do, and then I'll come in with different things. But this is the crystal of the eclipse on the 17th of December. So I will be taking that with me to Ireland because we're going to a stone circle and an astronomical place in Ireland for this. So I'm very lucky, going with Orla and my Aunt Joan, so it's going to be really good fun. I'm going to go see family in Ireland, so it's going to be really good fun. So trigonic quartz, and this is going to give us strength, this where this eclipse is, and it's working with Venus because it's 1185 on the 666, which is working with Venus and the ascended divine feminine. So there's a big push of feminine energy coming on, nurture, creativity. You know, as we see our world crumble in many different aspects, this will help the nurture and the creativity, because an eclipse creates a time spiral. And a time spiral is, we're creating a new time spiral right now. And this new time spiral is a solar eclipse, so it'll probably last about 2 years, roughly, depending on the length of time of the eclipse. But we're not going to speak too much about that because there's lots of information online, so you don't need me to talk about it. But this eclipse will be on Antarctica. I can never say that word, Antarctica. And so there's a lot of codes, you know, with this trigonic quartz within the earth. There are a lot of codes being released, ancestral codes, codes to do with your soul and wisdom. So let's talk a bit more about that. This crystal holds cosmic coding of the soul, which rapidly expands the awareness of multidimensionality and secrets of the universe on all levels of expansion at this time, reminding you are an eternal spirit on a human journey, reminding you of why you came here, your purpose, asking us to be honest, asking us to let go of conflicts. This crystal energy of the eclipse enables to expel toxins from the physical to the subtle bodies, so you are able to download higher frequency light energies and integrate the light body, as we talked about earlier or late last year about how we're moving forward. We're holding more light within the cells, within the body, so we're expressing a lot. You know, many people, some people have been ill, some people are really letting go within that cellular regeneration within the body so they can hold more light. So this is a moment of pure evolution, this eclipse. And with this eclipse, 3 days later, as I said, we have Pluto, which is global change, and Neptune, limitless love, limitless energy. Just have to be careful with this limitlessness, because those of us who can get addicted to things, we'll have to watch ourselves, so just be aware of that. And Saturn, who's a container maker, it's Pluto here is, well, I'll show you on the, it's much easier to show you on here. So we have Pluto here. Let's have a look. Is that the right one? Yes, it is. So we've got Pluto here. It's backwards when I'm looking at it for you. So it's Pluto here. This is the conjunction here. And here we have Venus in the middle. And she's holding this energy with a Lemurian portal, allowing the physical, the non-physical to work with the physical, and the physical to work with the non-physical. So Venus is at 1185 on the 222. Pluto is working on the 111 on the 333 with its expansion of this change going through. So as many of us feel this change, what's going on, Venus is actually on the eclipse conjunct with the North Node, the collective North Node, so that it's collectively, we know this is a moment of evolution. We know this is a moment of great change, these next 2 years. And this energy that's at play right now is the push, when the fire horse energy comes in. So let's get back to this this Saturn and Neptune conjunction. We have, like we said, Venus in the middle, balancing these two energies, and she's working with amethyst, so there's a great healing value for this, so it's great for the body as well. Pluto is all about the change, and we have Saturn and Neptune creating this great big wave of love coming onto the planet. And so with all this multidimensionality of the trigonic quartz eclipse, what we're going to find is we're going to start seeing more, hearing more, feeling more. Things are going to disappear. We're not going to, yeah, I can feel it on my Uranus, like this new path. Things on the new path where things aren't going to bother us like they did before. But this is a time to open ourselves up to surprises, miracles, allowance. Allow us to say yes. We've been asking for things for how long? And now they're going to come along. This is a time of I feel, not a time of I think. So this is a time to feel into what's right for you, feel into that. And this is where your movement forward will help. There may be fluctuations with money markets and business markets creating new structure. Big institutions, surprise collapse and surprise regeneration of other businesses. This is over the next 2 years because this is the first of the eclipses. That is the... just drops it like that. This is the big change. I'll just get my my crystal back because she's given me a lot of energy for this, as well as the Council of 3R. This is what the next 2 years is all about, and we can see it now in the world, but this will really throw impetus to all situations. Again, remember, it's what we think versus what we feel, so try not to think too much. And then finally, on the 21st of February, there's a dimensional eclipse, enabling us to feel into the change within and the change within the world, which will be flow into the drama, or we will feel into our heart and find our way within and then within the world. So remember, we're going in, then we're going out. We are feeling first, then going out. We are not thinking. We don't go out and then go in. It's a big shift. Many of us have been working in the dreamscape, so many not sleeping, feeling the dimensional shifts. The frequency within coming and going. We are being asked to rest when we can, and put holes in our diaries where we can. So we've got that breather while all this is going on. As there is expansion of our root system, bringing inner form beyond time and space of this dimension. It all sounds... amazing, but remember, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates with you and let everything go. But like I said, as I was creating this transmission and we were writing it, the transmission was coming in very quick. There was a lot of very fast energy, and so we've done a list of all the crystals, which is on the... I'm going to put the link below so you can get to the write-up of this and put it into your own language if English isn't your first language. There is much more on the write-up as well, because there is a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about, but number one is the eclipse, the solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire and Antarctica, opening up those crystal beds. So Venus is on a crystal every day for the next 2 weeks. I'll put the list, the dates, I put the frequency they're on, and the crystal and the meaning and a little bit extra. So you can maybe put it in your diary. Remember, if you have a personal body chart with all your personal frequencies on, look to see if any of those frequencies are there. And if any of these crystals are on your chart, get them out into the stars, into the moon, into the sun, if you have any, because I know we've got quite a lot of rain at the moment. That's Neptune. Flooding, rain, but there's a lot of air energy, so there's a lot of wind with it. It's very quick, and we definitely have that here as well. So there's an awful lot going on. And like I said, look to your personal frequency chart. If you haven't got one of these, then just play the frequency. How do you play it? You either go onto my website and there's the frequency directory, just press and play, and then just find the frequency there and just sit with it and see how you feel. Have a bath, maybe with some Himalayan salts in. There's lots of things you can do. Go for a walk, play it, on your phone, whatever you feel you want to do, or you can invoke it. So remember, when you invoke, you say, I invoke, you say the frequency. So the frequency of the eclipse is I invoke the 1185 on the 666, and then say Trigonic Quartz and Strength, and see what comes in. That's how you collectively bring these frequencies in. We've also put the two energies that are helping the energy, giving us two other points of perspective if we're finding it a lot or not feeling it at all. With the eclipse, we have 741 on the 999, remembering balance, and that's sacred reverence. And then on the other end of the eclipse, we have Panther, Fire and Fertility, 285 on the 666, which is clarity, and it's fast and it's quick. Panther energy it just annihilates anything in its way. So you get to where you need to be. So the divine feminine on earth is bringing that tool to us, and that's on 285 on the 666. And then we have the Neptune and Saturn conjunction. The 2 points on this one is 852 Hertz and 222, which is Metatron's cube and balance, retrieving this from the subconscious. So if you're feeling with the Neptune Saturn, it's a bit overwhelming or it's a bit too much, or you just want to feel into what's in your subconscious, what do you want to bring up to the surface. There is also, for that grand conjunction, there is another point which is 396 on the 888. Now the grand conjunction is speaking to Gaia. It's Gaia speaks. She's speaking to us and telling us there's ways of love and limitlessness. So just remember, the other point of that is 396 on the 888. Again, it's communication with Gaia, messenger of air. It's quick, breakthrough, communication. So when this conjunction, you can do it now. You don't have to wait till then. That's why we put all these frequencies down, and you can use them after in the next 2 weeks. The window for that is way open. So that's why we put all the information down for the next 2 weeks. Plus I fly back on the Great Conjunction. It's not till 7 in the evening, so I won't be able to do the physical video, which is why we're doing the video and the write-up of it all right now, so you have all the information you need. And then remember, we have the dimensional eclipse, which is 432 on the 222. It's a Lemurian portal, and it's a Lemurian portal of the all. This is on the world stage, so it's interesting times. Journey, journey, journey. Remember, it's about I feel. Maybe go to some sacred site. I know a friend of mine, Alan, is playing in the church here in Keon where I live. I won't be here to witness it, but many friends I'm sure will come, and he's going to be there at 2 o'clock in the church in Keon if anyone's around. It's going to be amazing. He rang me up and told me what he was doing, so he will be there. I'll be in a stone circle in Ireland. I know Annie, she's going to be in Sedona, another friend, Annie Williams, you'll know her. She's in Sedona doing wonderful things. We're all over creating. Where will you be? And where will you be feeling? It's all about feeling. And it's all about this energy, this root energy and firing up. It's coming through our sun, our place of creation. It's coming through our moon, which is about emotional intelligence. It's coming through our north node, our pathway forward. It's coming through our Neptune, which is limitless love. There is an axis which Pluto is playing a part, which is I am change and I move forward now, and it's working with Saturn. I am infinite, I am vision, and I move, and I what is it? No, wait, let's get that right. I am vision, I am infinite, I am vision, and I see clearly now. And on that note, I'm going to go. I'm getting all my words mixed up. I think I'm getting excited about Ireland, and I've got to go pack my case. So have a great eclipse. Have a great conjunction. Have a great dimensional eclipse. Have a great 2 weeks, whatever you are. And just remember, kindness and love is what it's all about, and thankfulness. So I thank you, and take care. And remember the links below that will take you to all this information, so you can put all the crystals in your diary. You can put when the eclipse is and the time of the conjunction, which is the French time. So it's for the eclipse, it's 1302 Central European time, so, and 7 p.m. for the grand conjunction on the 20th of February, and the 17th of February for 1302 for the eclipse. And enjoy and take care, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.